theme. So it's like you're teaching yourself how to do your makeup so it can be fun. So even when you mess up, the products are so fun to look at and fun to have. You wouldn't mind trying it again because it's just
See,
fun.
y'all, that's branding. So what she's talking about is she branded her crayon case. That's one of the things that's so attractive about it is you look at that case and it's so cute that you just
Yeah,
want you just want one, right?
right. Fun, like even if you mess up, you're like, oh no, like this is meant for me to mess up. I'm gonna try again. So that was the whole thing.
Yes, that's phenomenal. So that's tip number one, everybody. Make sure that you brand your business and whatever your idea is, because it can be a million different makeup kits or whatever it is that you want to sell. But if you brand it right, it will be attractive to people and people will come and they will buy it.
Exactly. I agree.
Absolutely. So, what was your first sign of success once you started the crayon case?
My first sign of success for me was when my palette became a replica, and so many people went to remaking a palette. I mean, it was fake, but the fact that it went so viral, and it was being made in China, and it was selling it to other people, I felt successful. I'm like, for them to even copy my stuff and try to remake it, made it all wrong, messed it all up. I mean, it was trash. It was a trash palette, but the fact that they try to steal my idea and remade it, I'm like, oh, I'm successful. Like for
Yeah,
China,
you're on to something, right?
I felt like I made something so fire, so creative that they stole it. I mean, they didn't get far with it because once people was buying a fake one, they realized it wasn't nothing near my palette.
Yeah.
But I felt successful. Like, okay, they stole my stuff. It must be popping. So that was for me. That was my first big success moment with the crown case.
Yes, and it was popping because they did steal it. Imitation is the
Yes,
best form of flattery, so you are absolutely right. Did that encourage you to keep going, or did it, well, for one, how did you protect your business in that moment from people being able to steal it? Like, had it not been copyrighted yet?
it was already copyrighted and it was already trademarked. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact by being China, you'll have to do a trademark in China as well, and it takes so long to try to get a trademark in China. So it was like I don't have time to do it. Like at the end of the day, it's not my original palette. It's not like they copying the same one. It was way smaller. The pigments wasn't the same. Like it was just a horrible, So it just taught me to everything that I try to come out with to make sure I trademark it, to make sure
Mm-hmm.
it's mine or whatever. But it just taught me to kind of protect my brand more, and I protected everything that I ever came out with. So, but it was I don't got time to play with China. China gonna do what they want to do regardless. It's what it is. We can't fight China. China makes everything, so we can't fight it. So I was flat.
Yes. Did it encourage you to keep going to create new products?
Yes, of course. Like it encouraged me to whatever I do, put my own spin on it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come out with palettes. I didn't come out with setting powder. I didn't come out with, a lot of brands sell this stuff, but make sure that mine stand out from other brands. Like whether it's the packaging, whether it's the quality, like whatever it is, make sure that it stands out. So it definitely made me be more be more confident in whatever I come out with and make sure I put my own spin on it. Make sure it's real eye candy and it's worth buying.
Absolutely. So one of the biggest things about your business that I find unique is that you really learn how to use social media to your advantage. Can you
Yes.
tell us how you took social media to the next level to really help to build your business?
So when it came to the crown case, I used my following to kind of promote the crown case. So basically, I targeted all the underdogs. Like everybody know they got a lot of beauty influence. So I feel like the underdogs when the underdogs getting like they just wasn't getting enough recognition. So I had the following, they did. They had
Yeah,
the I didn't. So it was like a help each other. So I reached out to all the underdogs. I gave them free makeup, and I also told them, if you give me content, I give you exposure. So, and the thing was, I wasn't trying to put them in contract with me. I wasn't telling them that they only could work with me. The whole thing was for me to give them exposure. They give me content, and they get recognized by other beauty influencers, other underdogs, other big brands that will actually see them, so they could get PR from other brands and get on their PR team. So I didn't want nobody to be officially for the crown case. I just wanted them to
yeah,
help me them. So that's how I use social media to in my benefit. Like I just wanted them to have exposure, and they were so great. Like they was great at what they did. They do great makeup, and like they do great content, great videos. Like they just so great at what they do, but they just wasn't getting the recognition. So it's like I help them, they help me.
Yes, absolutely. So the comments are saying that you're breaking up a little bit. Let's see. I can't see it, but the comments are saying you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so we're just going to keep it moving. Um, so you really learn how to leverage other influencers to help to build and market your business. And one of the key things that I heard you say that stuck out to me is that you essentially kind of bartered stuff, like
Yes.
no money exchange, because sometimes a lot of people, you guys have to understand, and Supa is saying it right now, you may not have the money, but maybe you have the relationships. She used her following to leverage relationships with other people who had followings, or maybe didn't have the following but could still join in and use her makeup. So that's a really good and important tip.
Exactly.
Collaboration is key.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
It is.
So once you made that money though, how did you reinvest it into your business, or did you just go crazy?
Oh no, everything that I made from the crown case, I put it directly back into the crown case. Like when I was making so much money at one time, I just kept buying inventory because I was taught that inventory is extremely, extremely important. So if I keep selling out of stuff, then I'm not going to make money like I could. So every time I sold out something, I just bought more.
Yeah.
So I put it right back into the brand. Like when it was talking about the $1 million, I was back broke in a few weeks because I put that directly back into the brand. So that was really important to me, to whatever I do and reinvest it right back into my brand. Don't just go crazy. Don't go buy no cars. Don't go buy all this designer stuff. Put that money right back into the brand. As long as you put it back into your brand, you can make more money.
Did y'all hear her? I know the new Dior collection, the new Gucci, the new Milano. I know you see it and you want it, but if you are trying to be an entrepreneur and really be about your business, sometimes you have to go without so that you can invest. Play the long game, ladies. Play the long game. Supa played the long game, and look at her now.
Exactly.
Yes. So one of the biggest things about being an entrepreneur and being a boss is everything is all on you.
Mm-hmm.
Mistakes, failures, even the success. But for you, what keeps you up at night about your business?
So what keeps me up at night is I do follow a lot of makeup pages. I do, especially on Facebook. I'm like a lot of makeup groups, and they really talk about things that they like, things that they want to see. So I just kind of like I wasn't even interested in coming out with many traveling palettes, because I felt like if you love makeup, you're gonna travel with your big palette. It don't got to be small.
Mm-hmm.
But they talked about it so much, and that's what made me come out with it's coming out. That's what made me want to come out with these miniature palettes right here.
Oh, was it an exclusive? What are we seeing?
They look like notepads.
Oh, cute.
They real small traveling palettes, because they kept talking about how, oh, like we need some small ones because we travel a lot, like especially for the traveling MUAs. So I'm like, okay, well, since they keep talking about it, I might as well come out with them. So that's
Let me give you something, give you a little something.
I just listen to what they talk about. I listen to what they say, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna introduce it to my brand and see if they like it. So I stay up literally like just paying attention to what makeup artists talk about, what MUEs talk about, people that love makeup talk about, and I just apply it to my brand.
Oh my gosh, please show that to us again, because I want to stress one more time how Supa is a branding genius. Look at this.
So these are the mini palettes. It's called notepads. Like the notepads you get at school.
Fantastic.
And each one of them, the colors show what kind of colors will be inside. Like the red one, they have red shades.
Okay.
They have purple shades. The orange one have orange shades.
Girl,
Blue,
you got it.
a little black.
Take my buddy. Take my buddy. You got it. It's just so cute. I just want one. So cute.
So
So
notepad.
yes. So I mean, you have so many wins, so many successes. But what was your first major loss with your business?
My first major loss was me running out of inventory. Like for Cyber Monday, everybody thought it was it was a big deal for me, but I feel like it could have been bigger. When I made that $1 million in an hour, I'm like, damn, I could have made so much more money if I had the inventory, right? And I should have been more prepared because it's Black Friday, you know, or Cyber Monday. And if I would have had way more inventory, I probably would have made 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, you know. So I'm like, I cried about it. I was so excited that I had so much money at one time, but I'm like, damn, I could have made way more damn money, you know, if I would have. So I ran out of stuff so fast. Even now, the brand gets so much exposure as it grows. I still can't keep up with inventory. I
Yeah.
be inventory. I could buy 40,000 is 50,000 is, and then once it drop and go on sale, I sell out. And I'm like, I thought this was a lot, you know, like I thought this was a lot of product, and it really don't be a lot, you know, because people. There are people who just will just find out about your brand. They first time customers and they buying a lot of stuff. You know? So I'm still trying to catch up with inventory. I'm not there yet, but I'm still trying. And I'm thinking I'm getting a whole lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, but it's really not a lot of stuff because the brand is big, and I didn't even realize that I keep selling out stuff. You know.
That's that humility that you have. And I have to say from personal experience, the first time that you came to Essence Festival, which was in 2018, I believe, we were overwhelmed. Like the staff, everyone was just like, wait, what's happening? Because her entire booth, you guys sold out so fast. It was just phenomenal to see. I mean, we were in your hometown of New Orleans, but beyond that, just your business had such a huge draw. So even from that, just seeing that with my own two eyes, I can only imagine what it's like when people have global access to the brand.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I was happy, but I was upset too. I'm like, damn, we sold out of Essence. About how we sell? It's
No,
Essence.
that's good. You want to sell out at Essence. You want to sell out at Essence Festival. That's phenomenal. So we see a lot of the comments are asking, what advice do you have for a woman such as yourself when before you actually had the successful business and you were just really thinking about how am I going to get myself into a better financial position? What advice would you give to someone who, or even yourself, give past Supa who was just thinking like, how am I going to do better? How am I going to get to the next level? Give yourself that advice that maybe somebody else can hear that advice and
So one thing, if it comes to finances, if you already have a job and you're trying to step into entrepreneurship, do not quit that job until you use that job as your stepping stone. Like, do not quit that job. You know, everybody
listen
be
now.
social media make it seem like entrepreneurship is easy, and it's not. You know, and they make it seem like, you know, like when we may brag about how we didn't have no loans and we didn't have this, but we still had social media to help us. So we're not gonna make it seem like we have nothing, you know. But if you have a job, I wouldn't quit that job until I saved up so much money to where when it's time for me to quit, I'm ready, and I can miss out on that paycheck every week or that paycheck every month. And even if you still, I will step into entrepreneurship with the job. Like I will still keep the job just in case it don't go as I plan. You know,
Tell them.
when it comes to finances, make sure you keep the income coming in until you are ready for your business to have enough income that your business is making more than what your job is making you. So don't let social media make you feel like everybody is ready. It's okay to quit your job and it's okay to take a risk, but don't stop. Don't stop you until that business is creating enough income, way more than your job is giving you. And also, don't let what anybody else doing discourage you. Like McDonald's not worrying about Burger King. I don't care who else selling makeup. I don't care who's selling palettes. I don't care who's selling beauty blenders. I sell it too. Think about it. When you buy something, when you buy makeup, you don't have one foundation. You have foundation from so many different companies. You got palettes from so many different companies. You got primer from so many different companies. Like, they gonna buy from you too. Like they buy from these big brands. They're gonna buy from so many brands. When you go out to eat, like, you're just not gonna eat chicken from one place. You're not eat pasta from one place. You're trying different stuff. Just because this one brand is doing it doesn't mean that you can do it as well. Because we're gonna buy from you. We're gonna buy from you. We're gonna buy from you. We're gonna buy from everybody. So don't let nothing discourage you.
Yes, there are hundreds of thousands of new customers being born every day. Okay,
Exactly.
understand? Like, their makeup has been around since the beginning of time, and it's
Yes.
going to continue to be around. So do not be discouraged. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that's on your heart, you can do it too. Supa is living proof. Look, she's a branding genius. So I don't know if we're all branding geniuses like she is, but you can take that creativity that she has and try to build on it for your own brand. I want people to drop down in the comments and tell us what your goal is for your business. But in the meantime, Supa, can you describe to us what it felt like to make that $1 million in one day? Or was it an hour?
It was the first time it was 9 minutes. The second time it was an hour.
Well, what? I'm gonna rewind. That's my rewind sound. Tell us one more time. How long did it take you to make $1 million?
The first time it was, well, I was a millionaire in 2018. Before the $1 million in 90 minutes, I became a multi-millionaire in March of 2018.
Okay, so period. She let us know. So I stand corrected, y'all. Our sis said she was a millionaire.
Yeah.
A multi-millionaire in 2018, and then she also made $1 million in 9 minutes.
No.
Okay. 90 minutes.
2018, Cyber Monday 2018, I made $1 million, 1.3 million in 90 minutes. And then March, for the taxman sale, I made $1 million.
It's hot in here. It's so hot in here. So what did that feel like?
I'm not gonna lie. I cried. Listen, I don't know if I was crying because I was happy. I was crying because damn, I could have made more money with the inventory. But I was so happy for myself, and I was just so happy with everybody that helped me when it came to my staff, because at the end of the day, I could never have done this by myself. The Crown Case staff is so important when it comes to the Crown Case. I'm not there doing everything. My staff is. So for them to make sure everything went smoothly, the shipping went smoothly, like it was a great feeling for me. And then, I have family working for me. So it was a moment that I could share with my family because they worked there as well. And it was just a crazy feeling because I didn't think I was going to make that much money. Like I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have a $200,000 day. I'm going to have a $300,000 a day.
Look, the fact that her light goal is $200,000 a day.
Right.
It's phenomenal. It's just phenomenal.
Right. It just exceeded that. I was excited. It was amazing.
What was your first big day?
My first, to me, my first big day was my launch day. In June 2017, I think I had $33,000 the first day, and I think I only had 7 products then. So I'm like, I thought to me that day was very emotional for me because I'm like, I made $30,000, girl. Y'all not messing with me, and I didn't even realize to me that's no money.
Hold on, Supa, Supa now. We got a goal set. That is some money.
You're right.
Don't worry, y'all. It's money. We know Supa is on a different level. We can get to $30,000 a day.
For being your very first day in launch, nobody charged your products. Nobody had it yet. So for being your very first day, that was amazing for me. Right.
You shut it down.
Right.
You shut it absolutely down. So I want to get on to talking about some fun stuff. So with all of this money talk, and I know that you're a savvy and frugal businesswoman, but what are some of your fun purchases?
With business or with my life period? Since the Crown Case?
Since the Crown Case. Since you started your business, what is your biggest purchases that you really were like, okay, all right, this is something I'm doing for myself?
Probably this house.
Oh,
this house was probably money wise, it was my biggest purchase. But
we can hear the echo, so we know it's big. It's echoing everywhere. It's bouncing off the wall, so we know you got space.
Feet. So money wise, it was my biggest purchase because I'm like, okay, and I didn't even realize that I seen the home already. This was around the time I was sick. I had a lot going on with my memory and stuff. So I already seen the house a few times, and I didn't know that like a whole year later when they told me, like, you already seen that house already, and you said you wanted it, then you changed your mind and you said you wanted it, and then when I actually bought the house January, so it's been a year now since I've been in the house, and so that was my biggest purchase because it was actually like, I'm not gonna say it's my dream home, but it was big for me because I didn't think I would ever live somewhere like this, gated community, like it's amazing. So that was big for me. But when it comes to the Crown Case, the biggest thing was when I bought my that was extremely big for me because I wasn't planning on really staying there. I thought it was too big. I'm like, this warehouse is too big. I'm not gonna be able to do everything I want in this warehouse. Like it's too much space for me. And then now we overspace. Like I need a bigger warehouse at this point, you know. So
Yes.
and then I was in labor. You know, I signed my paper. They came to the hospital and I was in labor. I was having contractions and I signed my paperwork while having my baby. So that was a big accomplishment for me because I'm like, okay, I bought my house. I'm having my baby. It was the same day, like my birthday and the day I bought the warehouse. So that was big for me because it was a special moment. It was a special moment with my personal life and a special moment with my business life as well.
And you absolutely like just the gems and the keys that you're dropping and you don't even really realize it. Like what she just said to us is that when she was in labor, she was working.
Yes.
She was working. So she doesn't stop working. And I think that that consistency and just being diligent about your goals and your business and not stopping. Like it is important to stop and have some wellness for yourself. But what she's really talking about, she's super consistent, you guys. She's super consistent and focused on her business.
Extremely.
We just love to see it. So what thus far is your proudest moment?
Thus far, my proudest moments, I would say to me, by me being so successful, my proudest moments is when I bought my mom her house, when I gave my sister a job, my cousin a job, my cousins a job. That was extremely proud for me because I'm proud of the highest paying job they ever had. You know, and I made sure that I wanted my family to be involved, but I picked the family members who was known for working, known
Okay.
for job, known you know, like they ain't quit no job because they don't like the manager, like they gonna stay there because so I picked the ones who's just always about their business. So that was proud for me because they could have been working for somebody else only getting paid so small and I them biggest like they on salary. Like this is like this job got them where they wanted to be in life. So that was a proud moment. Like my sister was my first employee and now she owns her own business and now she done bought 2 houses. Like just to see her
Okay.
like that. I'm like, it's amazing because I know that if it wasn't for the Crown case, like really did everything they wanted to do in life. They able to travel, they able to do what they want, buy what they want, and they blessed, you know, and they did it without even saying, oh, I'm not gonna work for you. You know, like if they're gonna work for somebody else, why not work for me? You know, and then also get paid
Yeah.
to then get paid the most. So my products won't put my family on, put my friends on, making sure everybody around me is straight. Like they don't need me because they already got the business having mind, and
Yeah.
I help them get where they at. And it's an amazing feeling for me because like we all popping, like we all got our own money, we all doing our own thing. I just be so proud to see them flourish and so proud to see them like they always want to do. I think it's amazing.
That's what we love to see. So she put her whole, hold on, we're not going to take you put your whole, she put her team on who she knew would be valuable assets in her business. So that's another major key. She said, she pointed that out. She said she hired her family members, but she made sure they were people that were dependable and that she could trust. So that is so very important. So be very mindful. You want to put people on, but you
Yeah,
want to make sure that they're people that are going to value your business and that you can trust with your vision.
exactly. I agree.
Absolutely. So, what are your next major goals for your business?
My next major goal, what up with that? I see him in the building. My next major goal is to have multiple streams,
Yeah.
multiple. I don't want to just rely on the Crown case. I want other businesses, and I want those businesses do just as well as the Crown case. And I already stepped into another business as well, but I'm a co-owner, and I want to put as much time as I put into the Crown case and put it in that one because the Crown case right now is on autopilot. You know, like I got so many people working with the Crown case to where like it runs its business by itself, even without my help sometimes. So
Yeah.
I want as much energy that I put into the Crown case into my new business as well and start more businesses as well for it to do just as well.
Fantastic. So, we are so happy that you joined us today. I want you to let everyone know where they can learn more about you, your story, and your businesses.
Well, they can follow me because
Follow
I'm
her.
I'm on live all the time. Like I do this on live all the time. Like I don't do classes or anything, but I get on live and I'm real personable with my following. So when they ask me questions, I answer them. I'm always on. I'm always on Clubhouse as well. My Clubhouse is the same thing as my Instagram name. So I'm always engaging when it comes to business talk. Not just business talk, but I'm real personable. So we talk about friends, we talk about family, we talk about relationships. I talk about all type of stuff. So you can follow me, and every time I'm on live, if you questions about anything, want to ask me anything, you can ask me on live and I'll talk to you.
Well, thank you so much. And I just want to say to our audience who was not familiar with Supa before this live today, isn't she phenomenal? Can you believe that she made all these millions of dollars and that she has this amazing Black girl magic energy and this branding expertise? And she's not classically, or as you would say, traditionally trained to do this. She
Right.
believed in herself and went after her goals. And that is what we call Black girl magic. So thank you so much. And I
Thank
enjoyed talking to you. We're going to have to invite you back and maybe we can do it again.
Okay. Thank you for having me. You have a great
Thanks, Supa.
bye.